And real Americans, they want off the Democrat crazy train. That's the focus in tonight's preamble. It's only natural when a person or group of people is harming you, your family, your state, your nation. Humans tend to want to put as much distance between danger and themselves as possible. The Democrats are doing some real damage to our everyday lives. Americans find it very hard to ignore the actions of this federal government as they have ushered in so much suffering, poverty, and pain. And that's why a generational shift is occurring across America in states like Pennsylvania, where a significant number of voters in the western part of that state are switching from Democrat to Republican ahead of the 2022 midterms. Policy is certainly one of the big drivers, but the sick and twisted nature of left-wing extremists who now make up the bulk of the Democrat Party is also a motivating factor for most Americans to ditch the American left.
Do I think a 5-year-old should be at a drag show? No. But you know what? If you are for parental choice when it comes to your kid wearing a mask to school, if you are for parental choice when it comes to your kid learning about slavery and learning the true history of this country, then why in the hell can't you be about parental choice on whether you take your kid to a drag show or not? At the top causes of endangerment for children, of children's death, it's firearms. It's car accidents. It's drowning. Right, it is not drag queen. I'm yet to see a kid who dies from being exposed to a drag queen. All of that is
Ooh. Left-wing values on brilliant display there, folks. And such logic. No 5-year-old child has died from being exposed to a drag queen, so it's okay. According to ABC's The View, you believe parents should have medical authority over their kids. You should also be okay when parents or adults, they start taking kids to drag queen shows. So what could go wrong?
I took my son to a drag show when he was underage. It was really bad. It was a really bad experience. He also put him next to this sex offender. Well, he was out there with my son.
Yeah, took him to a drag show with a sex offender. Yeah, that's what could go wrong. Because The View is made up of left-wing crazy people, they are not burdened with intelligence or forethought of what might go wrong with such perverted and debaucherous behavior. But plenty can go wrong. And it's not an intellectual exercise. This lack of a moral compass leads to leftists in places like Houston mainstreaming abuse of children. In April of 2021, Marco Bodine, age 32, was arrested and charged with continuous sexual abuse of a minor, a first-degree felony, and an improper relationship between a student and an educator, a second-degree felony. Bodine worked in the Tomball ISD, a suburb of Houston. Prosecutors, with their minds focused on the victim, said, look, we've got to get a sentence here of 20 to 40 years in prison. However, Harris County Judge George Glass, a Democrat socialist, handed Bodine her sentence on Tuesday, 60 days in prison and 10 years probation. That's what a child's innocence is worth to left-wing sickos. Sadly, this perversion is all too common among the left. Let's go back to The View, where they prove my point once again.
As you know, God doesn't make mistakes. God made us smart enough to know when it wasn't going to work for us. That's the beauty of giving us freedom of choice.
She's justifying abortion. For those of you out there asking, did one of the hosts on ABC's The View just use God's will to justify the wholesale slaughter of children in the womb? Yes, that's exactly what you just heard. Let me say for the record, Whoopi Goldberg's contention is 100% insane. Now, by her reasoning, the atrocities across human history like wars, genocides, the Holocaust, they would all be God's will because it was freedom of choice after all. The enslavement of people based on skin color or race, Whoopi would also consider that God's will because he gave us free choice. Just like Whoopi is trying to justify the inhuman atrocity of abortion on demand, others in history have also used God to justify man's inhumanity to man, which puts Whoopi Goldberg in the company of Adolf Hitler, who claimed his Aryan race was divinely chosen by God, and those who have traded other human beings into slavery throughout human history under the guise that the slaves were somehow not human. Isn't it funny that abortionists make the same claim about our unborn children, that they aren't human beings?
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. With inflation at its highest level in 40 years and interest rates skyrocketing, your retirement plans are in danger. Well, our friends at American Hartford Gold can help show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Yeah. If you call them right now, they have a special offer. They will give you a free gold coin on your first qualifying order. So don't wait. Call now. Here's the number. 866-935-4309. That's 866-935-4309, or text Newsmax to 65532. That's Newsmax to 65532. Thank you.